What's up, everybody? Ron Placone here, reporting for Status Coup. So, Jordan asked me to put together a political Super Bowl. Would have been the most outrageous political moments as of recent to kind of have a Super Bowl on its own, a nice little countdown, if you will. And I got to be honest with you guys, Democrats really dominated this news cycle. As far as ridiculous things go, Democrats really dominated. Usually we got about half and half. Usually when I do these lists, when I do these countdowns, it's about half Republican, half Democrat. This time around, though, man, Democrats really took the cake. But let's give a few honorable mentions on what's going on over the GOP. Here's Trump. See if you can make sense of this. I still can't, but here's what he had to say.
We have to win in November, or we're not going to have Pennsylvania. They'll change the name. They're going to change the name of Pennsylvania.
He just left it there. They're going to change the name of Pennsylvania. That's his big message to voters. They're going to change the name of Pennsylvania. That was random. Nobody knows what's going on there. But take note, Trump is pretty smart by being in Pennsylvania right now. And guess where he was? He was in Harrisburg. That's the middle of the state. Well, it's also the state capital, but it's the middle of the state. Those are all the places Hillary Clinton didn't bother going. And Donald Trump won Pennsylvania in 2016. And it was the first time Pennsylvania went red in a presidential in a very, very long time. Now, it went for Biden in 2020, but Pennsylvania is a swing state. So, well, Trump is saying some bizarre things about them changing the name of the state that make zero sense. It's pretty smart that he's out there from a campaigning standpoint. Pretty smart on his part. Let's go to another fun moment. See, what's happening in the GOP right now and why I think they didn't really make the list here is they're basically fighting in election mode and they're fighting in let's make sure Biden doesn't do anything mode. So they stopped a couple bills. We covered that on the show on Wednesday. Here's the deal, though. The bills that they're stopping is war money bills. It's war funding for Israel, Ukraine. So, hey, keep the fighting up. That's cool. But here's another example of that. Here's Nikki Haley on Sean Hannity, and this is kind of funny. Let me get it teed up here. I don't have Collins on the ones and twos for this short. It's just me flying solo. So check this out, though. She claims Trump mistakes her for Pelosi, and Sean Hannity just ends the interview. Watch this. This is awesome.
I mean, Trump got me confused with Pelosi not too long ago. We need to move forward.
Nikki Haley, thank you for being with us. More coverage of tonight's breaking news.
Trump mistook me for Pelosi. Yeah, we got to go. So that's one. But here are the main events here. Here are the main events of, boy, this made the political doozies. We're going to start in my area, California. And this is something Gavin Newsom's doing. So California, not too long ago, actually had a surplus. Fourth largest GDP in the world, had a surplus, some of the highest taxes, yet not all Californians have health care. We don't have single-payer health care in California. We can't provide proper PPE to people, and we couldn't throughout the entire pandemic. We don't have, we do have living wages compared to a lot of other places, but it's still not quite enough for California. We don't have an efficient rail system. Hell, we don't have an efficient subway system in the city of Los Angeles, one of the cities of the world. You get the idea. Still don't have any of those things. And here's what's going on now. This is from the LA Times. California has a $38 billion deficit, so why are we still paying for prisons we don't need? Facing a state budget deficit of at least $38 billion, Governor Gavin Newsom should be rethinking his expensive commitment to the state's traditional system of mass incarceration. While insisting he will be a kinder, gentler brand of California prison, the governor has authorized $1 billion in raises for correctional officers. And, of course, perfect time for the pop-up. Thank you for that, LA Times. You are mostly just a glorified coupon book with a piece occasionally worth reading. So there you go. Making the playoffs, Gavin Newsom out in California, deciding that, hey, things aren't going great in the state. There's a ton of things we don't have. There's a ton of things we could be doing better. I know. I'm going to put money into for-profit prisons. I'm going to put $1 billion into prisons. Keep in mind, we have a for-profit prison industry in the United States, so we build a demand for prisoners. That's how that works. And Gavin Newsom, A-okay with it. Gavin Newsom also doing nothing in his state and just trolling Ron DeSantis on Twitter. He's going to go have another debate with Ron DeSantis. And you guys know how I feel about Ron DeSantis. I think he is the most repulsive person in American politics. But guess what, Gavin? We don't live in Florida. We live in your state. We live in California. How about doing some stuff in your state? All right? We don't need to hear about the problems of Florida from you. You're a governor. That's your job. Clean up your own street. Let's take care of California. Here's the thing, though. Gavin Newsom doesn't want that job. He wants to be president. And honestly, I mean, with his most recent round of vetoes, sealed the deal for me. I will never, ever even considering voting for that guy, no matter what he runs for the rest of his career. So when he runs for president, I will likely just leave it. Well, I'll vote third party. So Nancy Pelosi, look at what she does to Medea Benjamin. I don't even know how to set this up. So Code Pink was protesting, as they often are, and Medea Benjamin, who's a freaking American hero, was protesting. And Nancy Pelosi shoos her at some point. And at one point, it looks like she's about to hit her. Medea Benjamin even tweeted about it later. That's all the setup I want to do. Just watch this video.
Don't call us Russian apologists or Chinese apologists. You are an Israel apologist. You are an Israel apologist.
Voting yes or no?
Did you see her shoo her? All right, let's watch the rest of it.
The money? Are you going to vote no on the money too?
We saw profile. We
Are you
saw
gonna
that
vote
you
no?
spent $1 million.
Are you going to vote no on the money?
Congratulations on making money on that. We're not Russia's sponsored. We're not from China.
We don't have headquarters in China. Our headquarters is right here in the United States. And we don't want you giving any more money to Israel.
Our bridges are crumbling. We have
San Francisco has so many problems. We need the money at home. Congresswoman, we need the money at home.
Shame on you.
Shame on you.
Money from people.
What is
water in Gaza?
Don't call us Russian apologists or Chinese apologists.
Then
You are an Israel apologist.
You
are an Israel apologist. You're an Israel apologist. Stop supporting genocide. Shame on you.
$1 million in Nvidia stocks this week. She's making money off it.
So there you have it. Nancy Pelosi being called out for her war profiteering, which, you know, her stocks went up another $1 million, which isn't a lot of money to her, but a lot of money to regular people. But her stocks just went up another $1 million while she is supporting a genocide. And when she's questioned on it, she shoos the person. So that made it. There you go. Another Nancy Pelosi. So we got Gavin Newsom. We got Nancy Pelosi. A lot of California. So this next one, it's just kind of a bummer. This next one, and by the way, because we have to give it to specific people, it was Gavin Newsom, Nancy Pelosi, and this one is RFK. This one is straight up RFK. But I got to be honest, guys, this one hurts a little bit. Jesse Ventura, somebody who I like and respect, and I think is a good guy, recently endorsed RFK for president. Although, well, people are disputing whether or not it was an actual endorsement, but we'll fast forward to the end of this video. You tell me. I mean, this sounds like an endorsement to me.
First. The United States first, not yourself. This isn't about yourself, and this isn't about your political party. It's about our country. And right now, our country needs Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Ouch. Ouch. That was hard to hear. So, some people are saying, well, that might not have been an endorsement. Okay, he's added RF Kennedy, like an RFK event. He's introducing RFK. He says what this country needs is RFK. If that's not an endorsement, he really needs to clarify. And look, I still like Jesse Ventura. Obviously, I strongly disagree with him here. And it's just so disappointing to see so many people fall for RFK. RFK is, and look, I know there's some well-intentioned people out there that still don't see through the guy. Listen to him talk about Israel-Palestine. Start there. I mean, a bunch of people finally saw through him for that, as if there weren't a million other things he gave you to see through him for. The guy is against single-payer healthcare. He's against Medicare for all. I'm sorry. You can tie a bow on it all you want. He's not for Medicare for all. Listen to him on Breaking Points. He thinks that the free market, quote unquote, can solve climate change. Meanwhile, here's a guy who knows for a fact that's not the case because he has done some environmental law work in his past. He knows that you have to hold these corporations accountable. He's done it in the past. And by the way, I applaud him for that. But to go from that to, oh, the free market will fix climate change, gee, you became the people you used to work against in the courtroom. And some people still lean on that to give him a pass for everything. They still lean on, oh, well, look at what he did for the environment back and blah, blah, blah. Okay, Obama was an activist at one point. Hillary Clinton supported single-payer universal health care at one point. They changed. Also, he has ties to Wall Street. He gets Wall Street money. Yes, he does. So, I mean, you know, it's sad that people are not seeing through this absolute con artist. And it is so sad that for the first time since Ross Perot, we might see a third-party challenger up on the debate stage, and it's going to be him. So sad. So tragically sad. So RFK, Nancy Pelosi, and Gavin Newsom, you guys were the championship games. But here, undisputed, is the political Super Bowl winner. None other than, check it out, and his eyes are closed, so appropriate. Here's Joe Biden. Check out this clip. This clip is amazing, you guys. This clip is remarkable. Here we go. Let's start it at the beginning.
There is some movement, and I don't want to, well, maybe choose my words. There's some movement. There's been a response from there's been a response from the opposition, but yes, I'm sorry, from Hamas, but it seems to be a little over the top. We're not sure where it is. There's a continuing negotiation right now.
Mr. President.
That had the informative prowess of a middle schooler who forgot to do their book report but had to present in front of the class anyway. He had no idea what he was talking about or what was going on. He didn't have his wars straight. Let that sink in. Just breathe that in for a second. This is the president of the United States, arguably the most powerful person in the world. He didn't know which war he was talking about. Because, you know, I mean, we got a few of them. We always got a couple spinning. The United States multitasks in that regard. He didn't know which one he was talking about. He had no idea. This is not a stutter. This is way worse than that. This guy ain't all there. And he's the most powerful person in the world. And guess what? Yeah, Trump's not all there either. Trump will just straight up lie about like past election results. He doesn't even care. He's like, yeah, we got New Hampshire. Man, can't keep the war straight. Oh, and by the way, that happened before. George W. Bush did that once. Remember when George W. Bush couldn't keep track of which country they were bombing and everyone laughed about it? It was hilarious. Which one are we bombing? I forget. I think that was at one of the press correspondence dinners. I'm pretty sure it was at an event like that. If it wasn't one of those specifically, but yeah, he was just making jokes like, "Oh man, where's Bin Laden? Iraq." People laughed. It was funny. It was a moment to giggle. USA, and here's Joe Biden. Doesn't even know which war he's talking about. Doesn't even know which ones he's supposed to be addressing. Just kind of throws the opposition, but it's been extreme. He doesn't even know what he's saying. Because who can keep the war straight? He's got 50 years of supporting them. So there's your Super Bowl winner. There's your political Super Bowl winner, Joe Biden. So shout out to the runners-up, Nancy Pelosi, Gavin Newsom, RFK, and Joe Biden, the big winner. Democrats really, although I guess RFK is, what is he? I think he's a libertarian this week, right? RFK's tried to be a libertarian. Who knows who will be next week? He's the only one who's been, who's just traveled the political gamut even quicker than Tulsi Gabbard. He's done it all. I mean, first he was a Democrat, then he was an independent, then he's tried to be a libertarian, then he's, oh God, I hope he doesn't try to be a Green. Oh, that'll be so infuriating. That'll be so infuriating if RFK tries to go to the Greens, because I know there's going to be some people that welcome him with open arms. There are going to be some people that are going to be like, yeah, no, I think he's a real leftist. Oh, that's cool. I got a bridge to sell you across one of the rivers that he's protecting now. Unbelievable. Oh God, I hope he doesn't. I just put that out there into the universe too, didn't I? Damn it. All right, let's hope that doesn't happen. And of course, the Super Bowl winner, the which war am I in? Genocide Joe Biden. Democrats really swept this one, but that's what happened. That's what happened this news cycle. So we'll see, of course, what happens the next one. Guys, enjoy the Super Bowl if you're going to watch it. I guess Taylor Swift will be there because she's dating that guy. Can you tell I don't follow the NFL anymore? I feel like I have room for two sports to follow closely, and my two are hockey and soccer. Sorry. But yeah, anyway, I hope it's a fun game. I don't know. I guess I'll probably be watching it with friends. I might be paying attention to it. You know, ever since I've lived in Los Angeles, most Super Bowls, I'm just watching the commercials going, oh, I recognize that guy from comedy. Wonder how much they got paid for this. That's like pretty much the whole experience. Anyway, guys, I have some events coming up. My movie is screening right now. My movie Left It Wall, after 2.5 years, we finally finished it. It's my first movie. I'm so excited for you to see it. And it's screening right now in different places around the country. February 16th, that's coming up real soon. Chicago, Illinois. My movie is screening, and there's going to be some leftist punk bands going on after. So Chicago, check that event out. It's going to be awesome. February 22nd, my movie's screening in Tucson, Arizona. February 29th, my movie's screening in Omaha, Nebraska. March 18th, that's a date switch, but March 18th, mark your calendars, Washington, D.C. My movie is screening in Washington, D.C., and that screening is free. So D.C., guys, look out. You get a free screening. March 22nd, I'm doing a stand-up show, a screening, and a Q&A in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. April 14th, I'm doing a stand-up show, a screening, and a Q&A in Los Angeles, California. A bunch of cast members are going to be there performing as well. That's going to be an awesome party, Los Angeles. And June 8th, we're going up to the mountains in Idlewild, California. And we're going to be doing a show, a screening, and a Q&A in Idlewild. We're going to be making a weekend of it up in the mountains. So if you're planning a trip, plan a trip to the mountains in June. Again, that date is June 8th. You can get tickets and information for all events at ronplacone.com. And this is Ron Placone for Status Coup, signing out.